talking about Diddy. I was supposed to talk about Uncle D and Elon, but I haven't even did my research on them yet. I'm letting them fight. You know, they go fight it out. They're like a bad divorce couple. I have a treat for y'all tonight. Come on in. Y'all probably already seen it. Whoever followed this person probably already watched this interview, but a lot of you have not, because I'm just seeing it. And I'm watching it with you. So I have to stop the video while it's going and give my insight on it, because that's YouTube rules. But before I go on, I want to address a few comments that I read. Someone still believe I have something personal against Cassie. Oh, Lord Jesus. No, it's funny because no matter how you try to express yourself, it's always going to be somebody that just don't get it. They probably failed preschool. I'm just being real. You really got something against Cassie. How I got something against Cassie? Because I am talking about something that Cassie talked about at trial when I have my own opinion. Why would I have some person against Cassie? What would I even be jealous of Cassie about? It's not, no amount of money will make me drink pee. Not none. It's no amount of money that I would do a freak off. So what am I jealous about? Her sinful money that she received, the devil's money? I don't want it. For the girl that said it, you don't watch my videos. Because if you watch my videos like I ask you to, watch 2 a day, you would see my testimony, which is my 3rd or 4th video down. I had a money man. I was married to one. He wasn't a millionaire, but I didn't have to work. I drove a BMW. I had like 4 nice vehicles. I went on the ocean whenever. I mean, and when he started mentally tearing me down, dear heart, I left. And I was homeless in my car because I chose me. So when you say I'm jealous of somebody like Cassie who claimed they was manipulated and they didn't have a way out, I have no understanding of that, dear. And people like you, I don't need on my channel, because you must don't know where my name came from. Unbreakable strong woman. Because I've been broke and bit and beat down so many times that I refuse to let anything else break me. And I want other young girls to see what I'm talking about and make an example out of Cassie, what not to do. Y'all defending wrongdoing, prostitution, sinful acts, and defending it. When I'm trying to teach these young girls, this is not what you do. This is bad. This is not good. I'm not going to make excuses for bad behavior. Because once you make excuses for bad behavior, now you got a pattern, a bunch of young girls. Cassie did it. You're supposed to set an example. In the Bible, the word of God says the older women supposed to teach the ladies and the babies. And teaching them is not making excuses for bad behavior. It's prevention. I'm supposed to teach you how not to be Cassie. Not how to feel sorry for Cassie. Nothing Cassie did was good. I don't care what y'all say. You may think it was forced, okay, but it still was bad behavior. It was still bad decisions. Every action have a reaction. Before you go into any situation, God give you signs on everything you do. You can't tell me they didn't have the signs for P. Diddy. I have never encountered P. Diddy personally, and I have signs about P. Diddy. He can call me on the telephone and say, how you get to Grand Rapids from Miami? You better find GPS. Click, you freaky oily booty man. Be calling my phone. Got oil all on my ear. Nasty ass. He couldn't call me about directions. Do you know how many times I've been propositioned from married men? I've been propositioned from drug dealers. When I was in that car, do you know my phone was blowing up? Blowing up. Nina, come over here, baby. I got a place for you. I got some money for you. Come and chill with me. I could have been getting paid, toe off. And everybody that called me, I answered the phone. I'm all right. Come over here, I'm barbecuing. Okay, I'll see you later. Click. Sat right in my car. People take advantage of you when you're in your lowest state of mind. You gotta protect this. Only you can protect this the right way. I could easily say, I'm down. My husband did me wrong. I don't have nothing but this car. The person calling me, he got about 4 or 5 homes. And I'm serious. He got several cars. He had his own car lot. I can be driving good. He got old school cars. He got new school cars. He got SUVs. He got trucks. He paid. And he was a little younger than me. Should I call him? Nope. I'm on God's timing, not man. Whatever God want me to have, that's what I'm going to have. See, that's the difference with me and a lot of you. Y'all see, at least she got paid. I don't want the devil's money. If you mad about the sinful stuff that Puffy has done, why you want his money? I'm just saying, if that's sinful money, if that's blood money, what you want it for? If Puffy did me the way these girls claiming he did them, this Negro can never see the day of light again. I will be at the court every day. Y'all better prosecute this motherfucker, because if I see him anywhere, I'm killing him. I wouldn't be thinking about his money. I would be the woman that got put out the courtroom the other day. But they didn't do that. Out of all y'all taking up for her and the other girls, they didn't do that. How y'all more concerned about Cassie's well-being than Cassie is concerned about her well-being? Someone just sent me a tag said in November the 2nd, 2000 and, did y'all say 2008 or 16? Something. Cassie said she had a thing on YouTube about how you get rid of a no good man. Somebody just tagged me and I ain't even look it up yet. Cassie got a video on YouTube from years. How to get rid of a no good man. She's teaching people how to get rid of a no good man. So guess what? She know a no good man when she see one. She know a no good man if she teaching people how to see a no good man. That's like me. Y'all watching me right now. What would y'all say if y'all cut on YouTube next year and I'm on the stand and I'm Cassie? So I was drinking pee and what would y'all think about me? You would say, Nina, you knew better because you was teaching us how not to do that. How you end up doing it? Wouldn't you? Some stuff we look over because we want that person so bad. My kid's father was on crack cocaine. I didn't find out till after like a year. I think I was pregnant. I was into the relationship a year or two and I didn't realize what was wrong with him because he was a functional addict, cut up, keep the oil fine. I got a picture online of him. He wasn't an average Pookie. But when I found out, I stayed with him 24 plus years after that. Because I thought I can fix him. I can love him clean. I seen his potential and he didn't even see his potential. So now that I'm not in it, and I wasted 25 altogether, 26 years with him, I'm not going to sit here and say, he destroyed my life. I hate black men. I say, thank you, brother, for the children you gave me. Thank you for the lessons I learned. Thank you for making me tough as steel. Thank you for making me wise enough to know when I see a brother like you coming out, I know better. Anybody ever cheated on me? Thank you. Because if you wouldn't have cheated on me, if God wouldn't have made you cheat on me, I'll still be in that mess. So God had to make you do something drastic for me to leave because I was too weak to leave on my own. So I thank you for cheating. Hallelujah. I'm free. And guess what they're doing? Nothing. Have you ever looked back at an old relationship and said, ooh, what the hell was wrong with me? Have you ever did that? But when you was in it, couldn't nobody tell you nothing, Cassie. And even people tell me don't say Daphne Joy name. Allegedly, that's her on the stand. I'm assuming that's her because I put this shit together. But I wasn't in court to get a court order, so I'm not breaking the judge order. I wasn't there. I didn't hit the damn order. So they can't say, you in trouble because you said her name. They didn't tell me don't say her name. And allegedly it's her. Hey, if it's not, I get on here and apologize. And then Judge Mathis, before I show you this video, Judge Mathis. Hey, Frank. Judge Mathis got on here today and said if the trial ended right now today and he was the judge, he would give Diddy 5 to 10 years. That's what Judge Mathis said. Not the same Gregory that just almost lost his wife. The one was running around with a bunch of men going on men trips and his wife was for to leave him. That Gregory. The one was praying that God bring his wife back to him. I'm just praying and y'all pray for me. Not that Gregory. Now you got your wife back after you did some stupid shit. And it sounded like you did some stupid shit. You gonna wish bad on the next man. Do you see how people get down? To me, that's just horrible. I just want to know from Judge Mathis, since you used to be a gang banger, run around a little thug before you made it into being Judge Mathis, God granted you his mercy and his grace. What do you see in this case that make you want to get this man 10 years? Not time served, he already been there a year. 10 years because he a freak? I'm for real. 10 years because he mistreated women. Do you know how many men would be in jail, Judge Mathis? Including yourself. Because you just mistreated your wife. She was about to leave you. So if every man went to jail for mistreating a woman, we wouldn't have no men out here. We wouldn't have nobody. All of us would be in jail. I done mistreated people before. Did I say Diddy was innocent? No, Diddy is a horrible individual, but Diddy have co-conspirators. And the worst person with him was his woman, Cassie. Because if you laying down with somebody every day, they pillow talking, they telling you their deepest secrets, you see them cry, you see them laugh, you see them eat, you see them naked, you see this person all the time, right? And you tolerated the shit they was doing. You didn't leave because of why? You had your own apartment, you had your own money, you had other men. Why did you stick around? Just off of his reputation, Cassie should have left him alone. Not for what he did to her. His reputation alone should have made her run. Just to see Kim Porter sitting there being a single mama and you got all this money and you run around being a freak with all these women would have turned me off. See, I'm my sister keeper. Y'all think I'm not because I ain't taking up for Cassie. No, I'm taking up for Kim. Because Cassie didn't care 2 shits about Kim Porter, so why should I care about her? Cassie watched that woman perish, and she probably know how she died. Cassie was in that lady's house, sleeping in her bed in front of her, having her cry, and watching Diddy dog her out. Now she got dogged out. Y'all feel sorry for her? I don't. And jealousy is not even in my bones. If I'm going to be jealous of anybody, it won't be Cassie. Do you hear me? It's a whole lot of other women I look up to. Like, I'm old school. I love people like Donna Ross, Gladys Knight, Patti LaBelle. Them the women I look up to. If I'm be jealous of anybody, it'd be one of them chicks. It wouldn't be Cassie. A little young freak off girl. Y'all got me twisted. No. Y'all forgot how old I am. Why would I be jealous of a kid? She a kid to me. She a few years older than my oldest daughter. My oldest daughter about to be 34 years old. With Cassie, 38, 39. What the hell I'm gonna be jealous of a kid for? Y'all messed up in the head. Anyway, Judge Mathis, I don't see what you see, sir. You are the law. You studied it. You know you got it. you got it. But I don't see 5 or 10 years. I don't. Should Diddy do some time? Maybe. If they show us what he did that was against the law. And I'm waiting. Every witness got on that stand. The prosecutor started off. Yes, R.I.P. Kim Porter. The prosecutor turned out booming. Damn, Diddy. Damn, you did that, Diddy? Oh, my God, Diddy. You nasty, Diddy. And then he come to the defense. You lied, girl? You lied about that, too? You lied? So it's going like this. They tearing down their credibility every time. I just don't, this is how I feel, y'all. I am not going to say somebody guilty after the defense attorney just proved to me this person on the stand is a liar. So now everything you said before this lie is all a lie to me. Once you lie to me, you a liar. You just lied to all these people when the defense attorney just caught you up in some lies. Why should we believe anything you got to say? Do you hear me? Cassie said she didn't get high until she met Diddy. The first time I got high was in the car with Sean. Didn't she say that under oath? Under oath. That's perjury. Her friend got right on there the other day, Brianna, and said, me and Cassie used to get blowed way before Puffy comes. We used to model together and get high. We pop pills, mollies. We smoke cocoa puffs, which is marijuana and crack. She said they was mushrooms. They just modeling and smoking and in the kitchen cooking and designing clothes. They was just doing everything. She said the first time she ever got high was in the car with Sean. Under oath. I swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth, but help me God. When was the first time you got high? When Sean Puffy Combs in the car, he told me to try this. So what did Brianna just say? Did you not get high with Brianna before that? Oh, I thought you was talking about something else. Like, getting high on, you didn't name the drugs me and her was doing. Me and Puff did ketamines. Me and her did Cocoa Puffs. Nah, getting high is getting high. Under oath. I swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth, but help me God. Put her hand on the Holy Bible and lied. So if she lied about something that tedious, what else she lying about? On the word of God. If she can sit there and lie on the Bible, can she be believed? Trusted? Why y'all think Puffy ain't getting up there to defend himself? Why y'all think Puffy is not going to get up there on the stand? Because Puffy cannot put his hand on that Bible and say, I swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth, but help me God. They would eat Puffy ass alive up there. Do you hear me? He would incriminate himself. They gonna ask Puffy the craziest shit. So do you know what happened to Tupac? They might ask him anything. And once you under oath, I swear to tell the truth, nothing but the truth, help me God. Not only you have to be worried about the justice system, you got to be worried about the Messiah. So Puffy ain't going to get up there. Because they're going to ask him everything. The prosecutor hoping he get up there. They would tear Puffy to pieces. So he's just going to sit mute. Because they can come with some shit. You got to answer it. Unless you plead the fifth. But yeah, I got a treat for y'all. This is my boy, Willie D. Who all watched the video? Guess who he got on his show? You know, Red, you got to go, baby. I don't know you, but if you don't believe in the word of God or God, you just can't be a part of my channel. The Bible mean nothing to you, a beast like you. Well, guess what? The mark of the beast. You got to go. Holla at you. I don't do blasphemy, and I don't do atheists. Not over here. Sorry. What is the best thing to do with what? With what, Leon? It's a Leon Boyd on here. The best thing to do with what? Did anybody watch the Willie D show today? Larry says she going to hell. That's another thing y'all don't understand. For all the women that's protecting Cassie, do you know Cassie got to be accountable for her own sins? She can't go in front of the Messiah on Judgment Day and blame Diddy. So why you allowing her to do that? She can't say I was manipulated. She cannot say I was Stockholm syndrome. She can't say none of that. Because the Lord gonna say, trust me, Cassie, did I give you common sense? Did I give you free will? Are you mentally retarded that you didn't know how to function in everyday life? Because how did you operate with your own place, your own car? You modeled, you went to college, so you got a lot of common sense. So I should forgive your sin because you went against my word and you was weak for a man that you shouldn't even been sleeping with? You got to pay for your sin. Y'all can protect her all y'all want to. Everybody involved in this situation got to pay. Karma don't miss nobody. And you better be careful. You better be careful that you upholding something that God said not to do. You better be careful. You putting your own salvation on the line. For somebody you don't even know. The Lord watching your actions. Oh, you telling people it's okay to fornicate? You telling people it's okay to run around here and do sinful stuff? And you like that? Oh, that's your sister. Okay, go over there with your sister. I ain't going to hell for nobody. Especially when I know Diddy booty oily self. All I said was Puffy is a victim, as well as Cassie and the rest of them. And I think Puffy has been victimized way worse than them. First of all, he's a man. And I know you're saying, well, what's that got to do with it? Could you imagine? I know it's horrible for a woman to get raped. It got to be. But could you imagine a man getting ran through and ripped apart? That part is an exit. And I know women go through just as much, but a man, I mean, it's just like, can you bounce back from that? There's a lot of women that couldn't bounce back from it. Don't get me wrong, but it's just something about that. And I really believe somebody had F-false with Puffy. Somebody made him sleep with several men. When y'all hear this guy talk, guess who he is? I got the Punisher on Willie D. The one that was doing the F-false with them. I'm about to show y'all the video. Willie D is interviewing the Punisher. And it's going to start off like in the middle of the video. He's going to say how he met another couple that used to hire him for $500 to perform X with his wife because he could not get an erection. So he would pay the Punisher to come in and punish her. And the reason why he would hire escorts because he can make them go away and there's no personal attachment and he the only one knew how to reach them. So if he told his wife to go out in the club or go ahead and get permission to go out in the streets, she might fall in love and leave him. So this is why they were called escorts. I wonder, was that Diddy problem? But I don't know because Daphne Joy said she liked sleeping with Diddy. But here we go, y'all. Let me let y'all see it. That's enough. Let me let y'all see it. It's going to start in the middle of the video. Here we go, y'all. Can y'all see the screen good? Everybody can see it? Okay. Here we go. Y'all see the Punisher? Here we go.
For his wife, because at least if he sets up her sexual activity, he can block there being an intimate connection, which could result in her falling in love and getting a divorce, etc., etc. So my first experience was with somebody hiring, trying to hire me because he couldn't perform. And so when I got into the situation with uh, Mr. Combs and Miss Ventura, I honestly thought it was simpler. I thought maybe Mr. Combs had a sexual issue, and he was looking to supplement.
Mm. Um, wow, that's wow. Uh, Cassie admitted in court that she had UTIs, urinary tract infections, over the years, over her 10-year, 11-year freak off career. Um, and then she even talked about having like sores in her mouth and stuff like that. Did you ever get any diseases or anything like that while doing
Thankfully, no, man.
women?
Yeah, thankfully, no. I dodged. If there was a possibility of contacting something, I dodged it. Fortunately, and that's ironic, right? Because I did make a reckless decision to engage unprotected sex in that situation.
Do y'all believe him? Cassie allegedly had 3 different types of herpes, the bumps. He said he slept with Cassie over a dozen times and he don't have nothing. He said he made a reckless decision to sleep with her unprotected because that was their requirements. Do you believe he don't have nothing? I don't believe him.
With Cassie?
Yeah, and the crazy thing was, we would have conversations consistently. Like when I would show up and she would be like, "Hey, are you tested? I'm tested. I got my paperwork. I can show it to you, this, that, and the other." And I heard that and it affirmed me. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta keep stopping it, y'all. He said Cassie told him, I have my papers. Do you have yours? That's the HI papers, the UWI papers. He said he heard that, so he felt like he was safe. Now, I went past the part when he said he knocked on the door to come to do the do. Cassie answered with a wig on, and she was so beautiful. She was flawless. So guess what? Most men think with their wrong head, the other head. He see a beautiful, flawless, island-looking chick. He didn't care about no damn papers. This Negro lying. He ain't care. Cassie probably even mentioned no papers.
And then I'm looking at this beautiful woman and we in these expensive, like, yeah, she's not gonna be reckless.
Yeah.
So I took this as, okay, yeah, this is probably a safe environment. So even me to hear after the fact how crazy it was, if those allegations are accurate, man, I took a serious chance naively, just assuming her beauty and her status meant, safe actions.
Yeah. Did you pull out?
So here's the thing, right? I was so uncomfortable with the sexual activity that anytime I got an erection, it was over medicated. Like I was taking a Viagra, something from the corner store, whatever. And I don't know if you ever tried pills before, enhancers, right? But if
Yeah.
you take too strong a dose, you'll get a scenario where you're erect, but you're numb. You can't feel anything. You know what I'm saying? You can't feel anything, and it's an issue to actually sometimes even climax, right? So
This whole y'all, for real, I'm just gonna be real. This whole situation is so disgusting. These people are so freaking nasty. These people going to the pit of hell if they don't repent and get their life right. This man is showing up to some strangers that he don't know, having X unprotectedly, taking corner store aphrodisiacs to keep an erection to the point he's numb and don't even feel it. So he can't even climax, really. Listen to what he says. He about to say it. It's so disgusting.
every time I did engage in sex, I was so overly medicated that I couldn't really feel anything. So when it would come time for me to climax, which was part of the scene, they wanted that ending. I had to always do it manually. Like I never had a situation where, like normal sex, where you penetrate to sensation builds to climax. That never happened. It would be penetration to, all right, the penetration part is good, then it would almost be instructions, like we want you to finish, and then I would have to rub one out. And that wasn't even easy. It was like the concentrate, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I was over medicated almost every time.
Wow. Wow. Is there anything that...
Hold on, I'm reading something. Hold on. David said, free P. Diddy, protest June 19, 500 Pearl Street, New York. Thousands will attend. Jesus says, he who's without sin cast the first stone. They having a march for P. Diddy to free him? Is that what you're saying, David? Oh, okay. They having a P. Diddy march in New York, June the 19th, y'all. Okay, here we go.
You wish you had done or not done that night, you know, or any one of those nights? Because, and also, how many times have you had a freak off with Cassie and Diddy?
Anywhere. Honestly, man, I don't have an exact amount of times. My estimate is 8 to 12 times.
Okay.
Thank you,
It could
Rosie.
actually be more. You know what I'm saying? It could, but you know, we're talking 13 years
I would
ago.
do that.
I didn't keep track of, you know, every single time, but that's my estimate. So, and back to your question, do I have anything that I would have did differently? In the moment, no. I mean, in the moment.
Willie D just asking would he have done anything differently? This man said no. Are you kidding me? Do you know what some things I did in my life I wish I can undo? So he proud that he had F-Falls with Diddy and Cassie. He not even repenting. He don't think he did nothing wrong. No, I wouldn't have done nothing. Boy, these people, ooh.
It was routine. It went the same every time, where it was just these kind of like mutual baby oil massages that led into sex. None of the sex got overly kinky or crazy. Like, I know there was testimony by another guy saying that he was urinating and all that stuff. It stayed basically vanilla sex for me. It was just more or less, it was portrayed as a voyeur fetish, like the husband likes to watch. Mm-hmm. And he's not supposed to be seen, and it stayed consistent to that.
Yeah. Have you had to set up any personal boundaries with friends or family, you know, in regards to, you know, speaking on this case?
Nah, man. Or like I told you, man, I have a small circle, and the circle that was close to me, they already knew the details. And in terms of speaking on the case prior to I testified, it was a little conversation because I was in complete denial about ever being called to testify. You know, it wasn't confirmed that I was going to actually be a witness till a few weeks before I actually testified, even though investigators have been contacted.
Frank said he believed one of the jurors already got paid to say not guilty. Why you think that, Frank? Have you heard of something we need to know? How y'all know what the jurors thinking of? I mean, what they thinking about? You know what? It only take one. I just can't see 12 people agreeing in this case when we out here arguing. Just look at us. We argue back and forth every day. You jealous? No, I'm not. He guilty? No, he ain't. I mean, we go back and forth. What make us think that the jurors not doing it? They doing the same thing. Just one. That's all he need is one. It's a hung jury. And I don't think they gonna retry him because the case too weak. So if he get a hung jury, he's gonna walk. People say, Nina, you better quit saying he's gonna walk. I'm not hoping he walk, people. I'm not hoping Diddy walk. I'm just hoping justice prevail. I hope they do their job, what taxpayers paying them to do. Making sure this man innocent till proven guilty. That's all I'm saying. If you can prove to us the man guilty, lock Diddy ass up. Y'all keep on misconstruing what I'm saying. I'm not no Diddy saver. Diddy has done a lot of shit. Diddy has done a lot of bad things to women. But however, the women have to be accountable for letting Diddy do the shit. That's just the bottom line. They both was wrong. This man on here crazy. All of them nuts.
For over a year. But they always made it seem insignificant. Like, oh, we're just doing our due diligence. You know what I'm saying? We just, you know, this is what we got to do. And I really believe that. So I was like, that's no big deal. You know, they pass by, asking questions or whatever. So it wasn't like a main conversation, and I didn't tell too many people. And after the testimony, obviously, everything's everywhere.
Yes, hit the like
I'm doing
button, people. I need
interviews so they
100 more
can
people to hit the
hear.
like
And the
button,
story's a
please.
story. The details are not really going to change, right? I testified to the facts of my involvement, and it's consistent.
You all must hit the like button if y'all like my videos. You must hit the like button. You must share the videos. You must watch 2 videos a day. You have to keep my channel going if you appreciate me. If you don't like me, you shouldn't even be here. But since you're watching, I pray that you support the channel. Even if you don't have any cash, just support me financially. Just push the button. That means more than cash to me. Even though I appreciate the super chats, the cash apps, it helps my channel, it helps my life. I appreciate it if it's $1. But what I'm saying is please show courtesy and push the like button. Please show some kind of respect up in here.
All the way through, so not too much, no boundaries necessary.
Did they ever threaten you with prosecution if you didn't offer your testimony?
They did not. They never threatened it. But listen, man, when the government comes to you, you get a feeling without the overt threat that you don't have a choice. Yeah, it's and I have a couple of close people who are.
Did y'all hear that? He said they didn't directly threaten him, but he felt the threat. They push you so you don't have a choice but to testify. Did y'all hear that? But it's the law. They don't persuade people. They don't force people. That's what Diddy on trial for. Pay attention.
Attorneys, a very close friend that's a retired federal agent. And he told me, listen, man, you're dealing with the Southern District of New York. They don't play. You don't want to be on their bad side. Just cooperate, do what you got to do. Because, they said I didn't get any pressure, but what I got from people that's supposed to be in the know, that they mess with you. They mess with.
Bingo! He said exactly what I told y'all the other day. This is New York. They don't play. They won't directly do something, but they gonna get you. What did I tell you? A friend of mine wouldn't tell on a dude she knew. And a indictment. They told her, we ain't gonna lock you up, but we gonna make your life a living hell. They took her job, her home went in foreclosure, and she lost her kids because she wouldn't testify. Y'all gonna tell me this the law? This the law y'all upholding? He just said it. Listen to him.
You if you don't, go along with what they want. So I just cooperated, man. And I felt comfortable about my facts and what I was saying anyway. So when it came down to it, it was, I just tried to step in there with integrity and tell them my facts.
Did you the prosecution leave out any details that you went over in the pretrial interview?
No, it was pretty consistent. The only thing that threw me off in a pre-trial interview, one of the first ones, is my first interview, bro, was like 5 hours long. Mm-hmm. Asked me every question you can think of. And before an interview starts, for anybody who never experienced, they're cool, but they put a piece of it's like being on the stand. Mm-hmm. You're under oath on the stand, but you're under oath in your interviews too, and everything has to be honest. So they signed this and they basically told me, look, everything will be fine with you if you tell the truth, but if you lie about anything, basically we're persecuting you to the fullest extent of the law. Like we're going to perpetuate.
You signed that piece of paper?
This is how the interview starts. You have to. You know what I'm saying? You have to.
Yeah.
So that first interview, they asked me about 5.
Now, this is my question to all of you. He said you have to sign a paper with the feds. And they said, if you lie about anything, you will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. What they pretty much saying, if you don't say what we say you want, we want you to say, and you say anything different, we'll prosecute you. However, didn't all these girls so far that's been on the stand, have they been caught in lies? Have y'all been watching? Were they caught in lies? Didn't the defense catch them in a lie? I just have a question. Just answer that question. Every single witness been caught in a lie. Why the feds not prosecuting them? They made them sign a paper. If you're caught in a lie, we will prosecute you. Why they not being prosecuted? But let me tell you what they don't understand, y'all. Let me tell you how the feds work. If they get a conviction, it's Gucci. They don't care about them lying. But if they don't get a conviction, they can come after every person who got caught in a lie on that stand and prosecute them. They can prosecute Cassie, Daphne Joy, all the ones that got caught in a lie. The feds can prosecute them for perjury and give them 20 years. That's what them girls don't realize. The Fed would flip on their ass and charge them if the shit don't turn out like they want. Because somebody going to jail. That's how the feds look at it. Oh, somebody up in here going to jail. Maybe it's y'all asses since we lost the case. I promise you, somebody going to be charged with perjury if Diddy walk.
I was worth of stuff. I answered everything. And after the interview was over, my man, they handed me a booklet with every text message, with every conversation, with everything that I had, where they had all the information already.
Where did you first encounter them? Like when they was reaching out to you, how did they find you?
Yes, so, she is.
I mean, the only way they could have found me, because it was always only me, Mr. Combs, and Ms. Ventura. So they had to get my information from one of them. And if you look at the dynamic where Ms. Ventura is their witness, they had to get it from her, in my opinion. So when they showed up, they knew everything. You know what I'm saying? It was just about me being credible and answering the questions to the stuff they already knew. So, and with the way they showed up it was no call, it was no nothing. I'm in the home, I get a call from my doorman, hey, you got visitors. I walk downstairs, and it's 2 federal agents.
That's the first time you made contact with them?
Yeah, and that was approximately spring of 2024. It showed up at my house, bro.
Show up, man. Like, because normally, like, if you have that type of lifestyle, you know, nobody's just stopping by to visit you. Nobody's just stopping by.
Nah, not at all.
Yeah, and so you got visitors.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, right? When I came down, you know, as soon as you see him, you can tell it's law enforcement, right? But you know, I run a nightclub in New York, so I'm thinking they're coming to me talking to me about some incident at the club or something. Right. So they was like, hey, we want to talk to you. And I'm standoffish. I'm like, yo, we can talk right here in the lobby, you know? And they're like, you sure?
Now I have a question for y'all. He said he's walking out his house and the Fed showed up. You really believe that the raid at Diddy house, at all his mansions, them telling him to land the plane right away, he had to land his plane. They had his kids under arrest for a minute. They go to Punisher house and other people's homes. Do you think they did all that for Cassie? Do y'all really believe the feds was watching P. Diddy with 2 or 3 girls having free off? Because if they was doing that, that's discrimination and racial. Because they weren't doing it to the Playboy Buddy Ranch. They weren't doing it to nobody. So why are they watching him like this? All right. Why are they watching him like this? And what makes them 3, 4 little girls that important? They didn't even do that with R. Kelly. And he had more victims than Diddy, allegedly. So why would they have done it? Maybe because he sued a liquor company. Maybe because he tried to have unity in the black community, try to bring back Black Wall Street. Maybe that's it.
And I said, yeah, we'll talk right here. They're like, well, it's in reference to Mr. Sean Combs. I'm like, come upstairs, fellas, follow me. Right this way. You need some water? Like, I got out of that lobby so fast, man. Like,
yeah, you better get him some water and you drink the water. Yeah, pour him some water and drink the rest out the But you know, but on a serious note, though, you laid down some bare, intimate moments between you and Cassie and Diddy. And do you ever worry that you crossed the ethical line by getting on the stand and testifying against a former client?
Spraying my Febreze.
I won't say ethical line, right? But it's tough, man, right? This is his personal.
Okay, I can't show commercials. Hold on, y'all. Let me get past that. I'm gonna let that play out and just talk to y'all for a minute. Turn the camera around. What do y'all think so far about his testimony on his interview with Willie D? What do y'all think about Punisher? I don't think he's a bad guy. And I think he was just really hustling money. But that show you that people will sell their soul. What is the man to gain the world and sell your soul? This is a prime example of somebody that couldn't wait on God. This is what happens when you don't wait on God and you become your own God. You make your own way. You don't let him make a way out of no way. You make your own way. So if I gotta go to a house call, I don't know if y'all seen the part. I think y'all missed the part. I went too far. I walk in, it's a woman with a wig on, she pretty, and I look across the corner, it's a man with a veil on, butt naked. This what he said Diddy was butt naked with a veil on. The average man would have been like, hell no. Who the hell is that? Who is this freaky, naked, booty, oily man with a veil on his head, butt naked? Any of you men on here, for real, any of you men on here, would y'all would have stayed? Would y'all have stayed? He gonna try to tell us he's not G or bi. Who gonna stay in a room with a butt naked man with a veil on? They back.
And I feel for as a adult male, his personal business being put out there in a way that makes him look bad, right? It's messed up, man. And I mean, I feel that way for both of them, right? Like, you know, forget the accusations or who's guilty or who's right or whatever the case may be. To put your sexual moments on display for the world, to be judged and criticized and laughed at or talked about is just horrible for anybody, man. So I do feel terrible at the fact that those are the facts, right? I had to tell them, like, it wasn't just my story, they got it from her too, right? So
KK said the feds don't ask you something they already don't know. I know that. The feds be knowing. But you know what else, KK? The feds been knowing this since it started. They weren't stopping nothing because they know their boss, their colleagues, maybe them, was at Diddy parties. We talking about one-on-one F-offs right now. Why they not having the celebrity F-offs that Diddy used to brag about on trial? Y'all thought about that? They talking about the little intimate F-offs with Diddy and Cassie, Diddy and Daphne. They not talking about the huge party, the after party Diddy brags about. What about that federal man? With all the celebrities was there. Why we not talking about that F-off? Where they gotta have IVs because they didn't have sex for 4 days. He told us that on national TV. Diddy told us. So why that case ain't on trial? You talking about some girlfriend, boyfriend shit? Okay, where is the one when all the celebrities, LeBron James said he threw the best party in Hollywood. Kevin Hart was the MC. What happened to the power bottom? We want to know about them people, yes. Where them tapes at? With Dwayne Wade. I mean, come on, man. We want to know the good shit. Don't y'all want to know the good shit? Don't nobody care about his girlfriend, Cassie and Daphne Joy? Where the celebrities at? Tell us who got Bubbles hostage. You know what I'm saying? We want to know the real shit. Who was spiking the liquor at the parties and people waking up butt naked and bleeding? What about them parties? Did y'all forget about them parties? We've been hearing about them parties for a year now. People saying they went to the party and they woke up naked. Where them victims at? So those the real victims. Where are those victims so we can dog P. Diddy? We've been waiting to dog walk his ass. Everybody just knew y'all was gonna have a bunch of little kids on the stand saying Diddy had them hostage. We just knew y'all was gonna have a bunch of women held against their will. We just knew Clyde Davis, Mary J, Jay-Z, Ray J. We just knew all these people was finna go down. Didn't y'all think that? Where they at?
Well, I'm just corroborating what the facts are. I'm under oath. I have to do it, but I feel terrible that he has to, deal with this spectacle of his behind closed doors choices.
Yeah. The first time I ever went into a federal court building,
Right.
I was in awe of how everything in that courtroom was gigantic. Like, if you go into a regular courtroom, everything seems to be proportionate to the people who are there. You go into a federal courtroom, man, it's like everything swallows you up. The doors swallow you up. The seats, the benches, they're so damn. It's like they're made for giants. So and I think that the defense desk, the prosecution desk, is over. Everything is oversized. The judge sits way up, like in the sky. And everything is so damn big, like it is intimidating, and I think they do it for that reason. What was going through your mind the first time you walked inside of that federal courtroom?
Yo, my man, I'm glad you summed it up that way because you did it perfectly. I come up there expecting Judge Judy, right? They expecting one of them Judge Judy set up, and the way you described it is exactly how it was, man. And dude, I think I'm a confident, balanced, alpha male, and I got completely intimidated, bro. I had almost like an anxiety attack. By the time I got through that door to the stand, my hands were trembling, man.
Yeah.
I was completely overwhelmed. I was not ready. And the only thing that lucked up for me was they called me to the stand about 10 minutes before lunch. So they got me on the stand, they swore me in. I might have got asked 3 questions, which my voice was cracking, trying to answer.
Right.
And then it's break for lunch. And I was like, thank God, man. You know what I'm saying? So I had that half-hour break. And even when they to get ready to go in there. So you summed it up perfectly, man. It was nerve-wracking, intimidating. And I still don't know. It just was like an anxiety because it was nothing specific.
Now I identify with him. That's how I felt when I was in court. It's anxiety, it's intimidating. You feel like you don't have no control of your own life. You feel like you might say the wrong thing. You just scared. You shouldn't feel that way. You should feel protected when you're around the law. They intimidate you. And that's the part about I don't like about the law. They intimidate you and make you feel like you a criminal when you're not.
My testimony was the same. My testimony went well, but just the overwhelming of the moment, I was shook, bro.
It's that moment, bro. It's that atmosphere.
Get the lights up, people.
Man. Was there a particular question that stuck with you after the trial that you replay in your head over and over and over again that was asked of you from either the prosecution or the defense?
You know what, man? Not a specific question. What sticks out to me is, before you testify with the prosecution, they do what's called mock cross. So they predict the way you're going to get cross-examined, right?
Yeah.
And so their prediction was all based on me being attacked and trying to be discredited or, ripped apart, like them trying to bring up things. And what threw me for a loop in actually a positive way was the defense. The attorney's name is
Yes,
David
it is,
Donaldson.
KK.
He actually cross-examined me to create more credibility.
Okay.
So what he ended up doing was he brought up the fact that I've been a male performer for 25 plus years. And something that's crucial for me to do when I walk into a room full of women is I have to read the room. because I can't walk up and dance on a woman or do these sexual gestures to somebody that's uncomfortable, right? So he specified that I'm basically an expert of evaluating a woman's comfort level and doing that very quickly. And then he spun that to, well, would you have interacted with Miss Ventura or any woman if you sensed they were just uncomfortable? And the answer to that is no. And it really was a complete left from whatever the prosecution.
Did y'all hear that? They asked him, did he know how to read the room? He pretty much saying, I've been doing this for 25 years. I don't perform. I don't do nothing with women that's uncomfortable with my presence. For his protection, he would leave the room. Did you sense Miss Ventura being uncomfortable at any time? No. So, was she forced? He didn't sense no nervousness, no sadness, no tense, none of that. And a man will know if a woman don't want to sleep with him. A man will know. He didn't sense anything. So was she forced?
Thought was going to happen, and it kind of made their pitch, because there was moments.
Love, this is the ex-worker from Sean Puffy Combs' trial named the Punisher that used to punish Cassie. That's who this is.
Where Miss Ventura would sigh and seem frustrated during the act, but it was based on directions. Mr. Combs would give directions. Hey, move to the left, move to the right, move the candle, move this, that, and the other. And sometimes the repetitiveness of the directions, she would show frustration, and I guess, or she would sigh, or it would be noticeable. And they kind of attacked that notion by creating more credibility and giving me the power to assess her comfort level, which was an interesting way of going about cross-examining.
Is that the reason
You
kind of came across like you was not there to try to lock Diddy up, or you was just there to say what happened? Because in your testimony, I didn't think that your testimony necessarily hurt Diddy, and I don't think it necessarily helped the defense. I don't think it actually helped or hurt. I think it was just, confirmation that they were getting freaky. I didn't really hear anything that was particularly damaging to Diddy that was in your testimony.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't either. Like I told you, when they were contacting me earlier, I didn't even think I was going to testify because I didn't think my details were significant to proving the case. And for whatever reason, the prosecution never said to me, this is the part of your testimony that we value. This is what we're focusing on. Mm-hmm. All my witness preps were just answer the questions honestly the way you answer them. There was no cues. There was no, we want to focus on this. It wasn't anything. So what I do understand is the way that they questioned me, in my preps, they did this on the trial. And I think probably, I have no idea, but I always thought maybe they were focusing on the element of control, right? Because he was directing, right? And maybe in the control, they, wanted to create a narrative of her sighing or her frustration being discomfort, right? And because they assumed the cross was going to just be to discredit me, then maybe that could have added to the point they were trying to make or what they were trying to prove. But again, because the defense went with improving my credibility, I think that's what really nullified anything that I possibly said.
Y'all get what he's saying? He said that the prosecutor, he didn't understand why they called him. Listen to what this man is saying. He's helping Diddy. He said, I don't understand why they called me because we didn't do nothing wrong. Pretty much, we 3 adults having a freak off. Nobody was there against their will. I got paid to do my job that I do. They enjoyed it over a dozen times, and I went home. I don't understand why I'm getting called. So if he didn't see nothing wrong with what him and Diddy them did, why is Diddy on trial? And answer this. If Diddy did anything to force this woman and he participated, didn't him and Diddy both do it? Shouldn't he be on trial too then? He the one actually punishing her and call himself the punisher. He is breaking the law by getting paid for sex. That's prostitution. Do y'all see this mess that they talking? He said, but the defense attorney tricked the prosecutors. They thought they was going to tear down his credibility. The defense attorney boosted up his credibility by saying, did you have a good time? Yes. Did Cassie have a good time? Yes. Did Diddy have a good time? Yes. Did anybody seem uncomfortable? No. So all of you were of age? Yes. So y'all all had consenting sex together? Yes. And they proved their point. You get me?
Looking like it was against or a negative towards prosecution or towards Mr. Combs. And honestly, it just wasn't. I didn't see any aggression. I didn't get any cues that she was under the influence of drugs or in distress. It just seems like a happy couple being free.
Did you just hear him? Now who gonna say that man guilty? I didn't see no signs of drugs, no signs of force. I just seen a happy couple getting freaky.
Did Cassie ever whisper in your ear when y'all was having sex? Is she talking to you where Diddy can't hear what she's saying?
Not even close, man.
So she stuck to the script every single time?
Every single time.
No, hey, this is my phone number. Like whispering in your ear her phone number, no like
help me.
Hey, I really, really like you. Can we hook up outside of this? Ooh, she ain't never not one time.
Not one time. It would have been nice to my ego, but you know what I'm saying? Not one time, bro. Not one time. Did
that damage your ego a little bit? You know, because I'm sure you probably was black people wanted that, but did that mess with your ego?
Not just whisper her number and ask to hook up. If she was against her will, why she didn't say, would you help me? He's making me do this. Please help me. Diddy in the other room. They intimate. He bodied him skin to skin. She couldn't whisper nothing in his ear. Help. Out of the 12 times or more, help me. I don't want to do this.
So that she only wanted you for that moment.
No, man, I went through the whole situation actually feeling like almost grateful, like in power, because remember, I'm told they're this married couple, right? And this is something they're doing for her birthday, like it's a one-time thing, right? So I do this one-time thing, and she goes, "I'm comfortable with you. Can I call you again?" So when I'm being called over and over again, I'm feeling like, oh wow, I'm the man. Like this is Combs and Ventura, and this is thousands and thousands of guys they can pick to create this situation for them, and I'm the guy, right? So that's an ego stroke. You know what I'm saying? Like so whether it's I'm into you.
She even personally picked him. I like you. I'm comfortable with you. Can I call you over and over again? That means something felt good to her. You don't call, who all a woman on here? You don't call a man back to sleep with you when you don't like the way he feel. She would like this man.
And I want to be with you and all that. That's irrelevant, right? It's, y'all got all the choices in the world, and y'all calling me over and over again. Now, obviously, in this frame of mind, I think I'm the only person they're doing this with.
Right.
But up until the trial and allegations, I felt special, man. I'll be honest with you. I felt special. I felt like, yo, I'm Cassie's dude. You know, Diddy got all his chicks, you know what I'm saying? Right. When Cassie want her dude, she holler at me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was gassed up.
You see how she manipulated him if y'all gonna use manipulation? He thought he was the only escort. He thought I'm Cassie favorite. I'm her dude. Diddy got his people he cheat with. Cassie cheats with me, but Diddy know about it. So I'm her pick. I feel good. Cassie done struck my ego. Do that sound like a victim to y'all?
You didn't know it was like 600, 700, 800 more dudes out there.
And I'm getting the least money. You know what I'm saying? No,
yeah.
He was getting $5,000 a pop. Like, I'm like, $5,000 a pop. Like,
right.
Yeah. I was the budget dude, yo. That's crazy.
So why'd you apologize to Cassie?
Because it's real, man, right? Like, even though I didn't see or sense any indication that she might have been under distress, that's what she's saying, right? So if I'm in a sexual situation with a woman, and really the real circumstances, if that ends up being,
love.
The truth and the allegations are real, and now I'm contributing to her distress by interacting with her in a sexual way, and I'm just not intuitive enough to know that it's happening, or I'm unaware. I don't want to be in that situation, bro.
Cassie put him in a compromising position. He just hustling. He just on Backpage. He been a stripper 30 years, and they only paid this man $200 a call. You hear me? I thought he was getting $5,000 and $6,000. He was getting $200 from Diddy though. So he thinking, damn, $200, she want me to come back? Okay, I like Cassie, she feeling me, I'm feeling her. Her dude is with it, you know, I've done this before, man couldn't perform, he hired me to perform for him. It ain't nothing, she feeling me. And then he end up on the stand and he see Cassie on the stand talking about she was put in this position and she didn't want to and she crying and she a victim. Now he feeling like, damn, you done made me a predator. I'm a predator. I didn't even know I was in a predator position. You put me in a position I didn't even know about. Do y'all know how he feel? So Diddy was making you and drugging you and I didn't know it? So now he feel bad. This shit crazy.
I don't want to be sexually involved with a woman that could possibly be forced to interact. Like, that's not something that's going to sit right with me. So if that was indeed her experience, and me being involved was something she was doing under her will, against her will,
yes,
then I apologize for that,
man. Yeah. So I know I don't have a dog in the fight, but you know, hey, this is a public case.
Okay, let me stop real quick. I'm answering a question for Cynthia. Cynthia said, Miss Nina, I'm asking you a question, but you won't answer, but you want likes. I didn't see it, Cynthia. What's the question? I can't read everybody's question. What did you ask me? I would answer anybody's question. I have no problem with it. Vaughn said, hello, Nina. This is Miss Bernice. I listen to you all the time. Keep up the good work. Thank you. And David or somebody, I forgot who it was, asked me how tall I was. I'm 5'3". I am 5'3". Cheryl says, Cassie was enjoying every bit of it. Love says she's not a victim. KK said, women control the narrative. I say that all the time, KK. We control the narrative from having babies, sex, unless we've been forced with pow-pows and knife tied up. It's a different thing at that point. But otherwise, yes, we control the narrative. Quinn said she was doped out and enjoying it. She ain't gonna say nothing. Love said, wow. TK telling everybody to make sure they push the like. It's the white dots on the side of your screen. Push the thumbs up. They should call her, Cynthia said they should call her Mr. Potato Head. I'm looking for your question, Cynthia, real quick before I go back to the video. They are not finished with everyone else. You see how long it took them to get him. It didn't take long to get him. They had other ex-workers on the stand before him. It didn't take long. Whomever lied is coming. Feds is no hurry. Not ever. That's a lie. They running out of time. You can't play with taxpayers' money. This case is supposed to last to the end of June. We are already at June the 9th. They got a few more weeks. Now, who else they gonna call? I'm curious. I'm waiting, y'all. Please believe me, I'm not waiting for them to say Diddy can go free. I'm waiting for the real evidence. Make me wrong. I want to be wrong. If y'all want Diddy in jail, show me. Make me wrong. Because y'all keep thinking I'm taking up for Diddy. I am taking up for every black man walking this earth and woman that ever been in trouble. If I don't take up for what's right in the justice systems, we're messed up. This is the part y'all don't understand. And all these angry black people and women running around here, you just jealous. Do y'all know what this go do to us if they get away with entrapping him? They've been entrapping us all these years. They've been dogging us out all these years. If we keep going along with injustice, we ain't got nothing coming. Because next is going to be your son, your nephew, your husband, and you don't have Diddy money. Then what you going to say? No, stand on the law you made. That's all I'm saying. This ain't got nothing to do with Diddy. Stand on the law you made. This man is innocent till you prove him guilty. And so far, you ain't proved shit, but he's a freak. And that's not enough to go to prison on. I don't care what y'all say.
I got a public opinion about it. So the thing is,
okay. Listen. Here we go with the commercials again, y'all. Hold on. I'm gonna turn it back around while I go through the commercial. All I'm saying, y'all, this is not a Diddy thing. I haven't said this till I turned blue in the face. This is not a Cassie thing. This is a justice thing. They brung this to the federal courts for us to see this trial. The Fed said they had this man for racketeering and sex trafficking. Not DV, not murder, none of that. Racketeering and sex trafficking. You know why? If y'all ain't paying attention, because little Rodney came to them, I'm going to keep telling y'all, with 40 pages saying that he had facts and pictures and everything about Diddy parties. He shadowed Diddy for 15 months, and Diddy was supposed to pay him $50,000, and Diddy did not. Soon as Diddy didn't pay him, he went to the feds. You know why he went to the feds? Because he was at the parties. He watched Diddy crug people. He watched people get taken advantage of. He knew about the power bottom. He the one was on the boat with, what's his name? The one played in Boys in the Hood. What's his name? Cuba. That's the one Cuba was touching in the video. He said Cuba took advantage of him. So he went with all this list to the feds. The feds went to the judge, showed him this list and this proof that him and Tyrone Blackburn had. And what did the judge say? Oh my God, let's go in. You sure it's people in that tunnel? He got kids, he got women, he made it sound good. He talked about victims, and then the judge said he got to order, raid all his places. Go get him. Haven't y'all thought about they went in Diddy's house and they weren't looking for Diddy? They weren't looking for Cassie. Who was they looking for? Diddy walked. He didn't get arrested that day. Most of the time when somebody come in your house and raid your house, they looking for a person. What are they looking for? They was looking for all the freak videos. They was looking for tied up little kids. They was looking for the pizza boxes. They was looking at women tied upside down. They was looking for the tunnel. They just knew they had Diddy. They got in there and didn't get nothing. Then they said, didn't they say they had all these videos? They said that in our Kelly case too. Do y'all remember? We got 10 videos of him with kids. Did they show one video of R. Kelly with a kid? So y'all be believing the hype. You up there believing R. Kelly? No, you believe in the feds. You believe in the law that don't give two shits about you. R. Kelly case wasn't even about kids. Y'all right now in y'all mind think R. Kelly went to jail for kids. R. Kelly in jail for racketeering. The same charge. When we can't get you for what we want to get you for because it ain't nothing to get you for, we gonna come up with this. And racketeering is transporting women state to state, making them have X. No, that's called a groupie. Because all they had to ask the women, did anybody make you get on that tour bus? Or did you want to get on the tour bus? I wanted to, but he lied. You know what they're saying? He lied to me. We were supposed to be together. This is why women get mad. We were supposed to be together. One DJ from Atlanta, y'all, left her career job. I forgot her name. She's a big DJ in Atlanta. Met R. Kelly after a show. R. Kelly was feeling her. She was feeling R. Kelly. Allegedly, they had X. R. Kelly was calling her or whatever. Baby, you need to come out here to me in Chicago. Come stay with me. She quit her career job, making 6 figures, to go to Chicago to stay with R. Kelly. She gets there. They pick her up at the airport. This is what she said happened. A van picked her up with some other girls. They transported her to another location before she went to the mansion. She stayed at the other mansion up to a week. They catered them, cooked for them, whatever. There's other girls there. She finally was like, where is Kelly? Oh, he coming. He kind of busy. They transport them to the mansion. It's other girls there. Women. Now he got all these women. He gave her room. He told her his rules. These are my other women. She stayed. She was hurt. I was hurt because I thought it was just going to be me and him. But did she leave? No, she stayed. So when Lifetime came along, what did she say? He S-trafficked me and all the other women. You quit your job. You went down there and found out you weren't nobody special. You was just one of his hoes. I'm just being real. Now you mad. Because you done told everybody at your job, you probably told your boss to kiss your whole entire behind. I'm finna go be with R. Kelly. F you, I quit. And got down there and found out you was one of the girls. And that's where the shit come in at. R. Kelly used to go room to room any given time. Sometimes he might go get door number 8 and door number 11. Meet me at door number 3. And they ass would do it. Is that against the law when you of age? Nope. Nobody told you to sit in the room and, I hope he called me today. Because it's supposed to just be me and him. I can't believe he got these other heifers in the house. I can't. I just can't, man. That's some crazy shit to me.
Conspiracy in all of this. This is a RICO case. And in order to have a RICO case, you got to have multiple people who are actively participating in this so-called RICO case. Cassie was Diddy's shotgun rider. She was Diddy's Bonnie. So if anybody owes anybody an apology, I would think that Cassie owes you an apology.
Hell yeah.
Because you did not know what was going on. She knew what was going on the entire time. And also, Cassie filing that lawsuit against Diddy dragged you all the way into this. It dragged your public life into the spotlight. So, to me, if anybody owes anybody an apology, Cassie should be apologizing to you, which to this point, I know she hasn't done.
She's selfish.
Unless she called you on the bad line and said, hey, okay, I apologize.
Yeah, well, that hasn't happened, and honestly, bro, but that's a perspective I never even considered, man. Like, yeah, that's food for thought right there, man. Because
when y'all think he a victim, they dragged him into their mess, into their Hollywood dumb shit. She sued Diddy because she was bankrupt and dragged all these people that's on the stand life into her mess. Now, what if he didn't want nobody to know about his past? Now, his whole life exposed due to Cassie lawsuit. And he didn't have no clue what was going on with her and Diddy. So y'all worried about Cassie, and this man and everybody else involved, life is getting dragged through the mud right now.
Yeah, my life is definitely in shambles right now for being dragged into this public spectacle, man. So yeah, it's something to consider.
Considering the fact that your life is in shambles and everybody is getting paid off of this case, like the prosecutor's going to write a book, the defense attorneys are going to write a book, all of the witnesses, the ones who claim to be victims, are all going to write a book and they're going to get paid.
Yep.
Do you have any trepidation about people saying that you only write this book to make a dollar?
Nah, not at all,
So,
man. Look, the book was written, and they made sure they emphasized this on the trial. My book was written and finished sometime between 2022 and 2023.
Okay.
Wait for these allegations, way before testifying or anything, right?
Right.
And actually, when it came time to testify, I wasn't even going to release my book, right? I was still trying to find a proper marketing strategy. I had paid a PR company, and I was kind of setting up like a conventional launch that you would do with a book.
Mhm.
And how my book ended up coming out last minute was the defense got wind I had a book, and then they subpoenaed it. So my lawyer said to me, listen, once you subpoena your book, you lose the control of it. And for all you know, once you turn this book over, it could end up in somebody's hands, end up posting on Reddit, and then you have no recourse. And my attorney advised me, look, man, get your book out there as soon as possible, because once you get out of control of it, you never know what happens. So the timing looked messed up because it seems like I published my book a few days before the trial, and then you know what I'm saying, and then but when you publish a book, it's not like you publish it and then it goes live the day of. You publish it, they screen it for a few days, then it pops up for sale. So the timing looked like, oh, I just threw this book out there, whatever. But I was just trying to, based on my attorney,
amen,
protect my
KK.
intellectual property because I had to hand it over.
Yeah. Did the prosecution ever coach you on the details and on any details that you found awkward to relay in court?
They did not, man. The feedback that I was getting from my attorney, right, was that they thought I was an excellent witness. They thought I was an excellent witness. And I think what it boiled down to is, look, the majority of they got to pick between a bunch of male sex workers, right? Male strippers and male sex workers, which, your stereotypical belief is you're not going to get the most articulate, well-spoken, credible people, right, to put on the stand. So I think just because they wanted to represent sex workers on the stand, they picked the two that are the most well-spoken, you know what I'm saying, the best involved. And I always thought that was my value because I could get on the stand and be credible. And also, I'm squeaky clean.
Did y'all hear that? He said they picked the ones they thought was more educated than others because a lot of strippers don't have no education. That's why they on the strip pole and they're not so well spoken. They may be ghetto. They may be vulgar. So they wanted to get the most well spoken ones. Well, what that tell me is the rich people took advantage of the poor. You hear me? Diddy and Cassie rich. They went to Craigslist because they know these are hungry folks. What I mean hungry, they go eat any means necessary. Let's go to the hood and get Pookie and Ray Ray and them and get them $200 to do our freaky shit so nobody won't find out. Nobody gonna believe somebody from the hood. So let's go get people off Craigslist. So they took advantage of people that's less fortunate than them. And I don't like that. That's real messed up. And KK said something. I just read it. I'm going to respond. Where is it? R. Kelly is a choir boy compared to Diddy. Bonnie and Clyde. Yes, they Bonnie and Clyde. Free R. Kelly. Free R. Kelly. Arrest the parents. Yeah, a lot of them parents need to be in jail. What's good, Yolanda from Quan? Is it Quan? or are they saving the worst for last? I don't know. We don't really know. I don't know, y'all. Maybe they are saving the worst for last. But I'm not putting nothing past the feds. I'm just hoping they bring it. I'm not saying let Diddy go. I don't care what he did. Bring it. I'm ready for the noise. Ain't y'all ready for it? I'm gonna get on here and dog walk Sean Puffy Combs if he did that shit. I'm not defending wrongdoing. If I find out Puffy did anything stupid, I'm exposing his ass.
Never been arrested. I don't smoke. I don't drink. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a history. I don't have anything that, if like their prediction was that the defense is going to try to attack my credibility, I was somebody whose credibility was hard to impeach.
Was there a moment during cross-examination where you nearly lost your composure?
Yo, listen, not even close, man. The first words of the cross-examining attorney was, "Mr. Hayes, I'm going to try to make this as easy for you as possible."
Okay.
It wasn't even close, you know. Only one scenario, which I corrected it. I guess from my notes, he tried to imply that I caught I caught romantic feelings from this Ventura, right? So he tried to harp on the idea of, didn't you catch feelings for her? And I said, that's incorrect. And he pulled up, I guess, some notes from one of the investigators that said, you know, my feelings or whatever, but I just corrected them and said, listen, that's out of context. What they're referring to is what I told you earlier. I felt special, right? I felt special to be the guy they called. And I think he's confusing that for me having romantic feelings. And that was the most back and forth we had, which when I explained the confusion, he left it alone.
Yeah. What was one of the details about the encounter that no one in the press or even in the courtroom ever asked you to describe? Like there was something that you thought that may have been something that they wanted to know, but nobody ever asked you about it, and you was actually prepared to actually give them that information or try to circumvent that information.
I mean, they kind of knew everything front and back. I mean, just for the sake of just you asking a great question and me answering it transparent. The only thing that, and this was something with me, right? The only thing that threw me off was, remember I told you I felt special, right? That I was being called and stuff like that. And there was a circumstance where she called me to come through. And I had happened to be like in an amusement park with some friends, you know what I'm saying? Having a good time or whatever. And I asked her to reschedule. I said, hey, look, I'm busy tonight. Can we set it up for tomorrow? Because when they would hire me, they would hire me Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You know what I'm saying? I would come like 3 days in a row. Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking we're just going to reschedule to the next day. And she was like, well, oh, you can't make it? Well, can you send somebody else? And bro, I was like,
did you hear that? Oh, you can't make it? Can you send somebody else? This Cassie. Oh my God. She got 20 million. I agree. The person that said he need to sue her and Diddy, he the one need the millions, y'all. Cassie better watch out because her victims can sue her. This man can come after Cassie and he's going to win. If I was him, I'd sue her for 20 million. You hear me? Because she entrapped him. She lied to him. She interrupted his life. That's crazy.
With somebody else? Like, what do you mean? You're not supposed to win somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Bro. Yeah. I was butthurt, yo. And when you said that, I was like, nah, I'll be there, man. I had just got through the amusement park was like 3 hours from where I live. I went there in traffic. I was there for about 40. Okay, I gotta answer questions, y'all. Madison Green. Madison Green says, so what? We all know someone who has abused someone.
but do they advocate for them? Thank you, Madison. Everybody knows somebody who abused somebody or has been abused. Did we fight tooth and nails for them? Madison, I've been asking this question since day one. Somebody got somebody in their family who's a Cassie, and y'all talk about them like a dog. You got a little girl that's down the street from you getting beat off the frame, and you dog her out like a dog. Let me get my door. Hold on. Silly. The freak off man is here now. Look, that's the Punisher. Willie D interviewing the Punisher. I'm showing it on my screen.
5 minutes, I was like, yo, I gotta go. I made some excuse, something came up, I gotta go. And I drove back, man, because I was like, I don't want to call nobody else, man. And that's the only information that I thought might have come up, but they didn't bother using it. You know?
Yeah.
But that killed me feeling special, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was crazy.
Yeah. Was there a moment in the book, anything in that book, your book, that you wrote, that you found hard to write? You know, a lot of times when you write books, people
I'll answer you in a minute,
they
Madison.
struggle with certain truths that they want to reveal, and so there's certain things you say, you know what? Nah, I'm not going to put that in the book. And I'm not even specifically talking about the freak offs. I'm just talking about
Janet.
your life period. You know, was there a scene in the book that you found hardest, you know, to write?
Okay, that's another commercial. I'm pretty much done with it because they just going in circles about the trial, and I want y'all to hear the little part about what he felt about her state of mind. Did she look forced? Was she drugged? He said no. And Madison said she lied on her lawsuit about the balcony thing. It never happened, and they proved it. So some people need to go to jail, and some money need to be returned. Yeah, it's a lot of people that lied on the stand. And when you lie on the stand, that's perjury. Just because they haven't charged nobody yet for perjury, it's coming. It's coming. So a lot of people might end up in jail. Don't be surprised if Cassie one of them. They watching her. They know what she did. And they know when she lied. She thinks she going away scot-free. I testified. My part is over with. No, they can start sending out warrants for perjury. And he needs to sue somebody. But this your girl, Nina. Would you say Madison filed? Blue. Cassie was full-blown drug addict before she ever met Diddy. Yeah, her friend said it. Just think, beautiful models getting high off everything. You don't think they were sleeping around? You don't think they were sleeping with each other? She pretty much lived at Cassie's house. She was there every single day getting high, hanging around Cassie every single day. Did y'all see that girl on the stand? She looked like she'd do anything. Then they trying to say the bruise on that leg, that picture they showed in the stab wound, they trying to say that wasn't even her leg. I said, she got to be an addict to play with the feds. You got to be crazy out your mind. How come the last lady didn't say Diddy beat her and was an abuser? He's still paying her damn rent. Daphne Joy has not said one time Diddy beat her. And he's still paying her rent. He's still paying $10,000 for her from jail. But guess what, Daphne? You understand? Your rent is over with. You ain't getting nothing else paid. He probably didn't even think she was going to show up because he was just with her in November. He was just dealing with her in November. And he must have felt sorry for her to keep paying her rent. It must have been a good friend of his. He's still paying her rent and he in jail. That was part of his budget to pay Daphne rent because I promised her. Now you finna be evicted, Daphne. You think he gonna still pay your rent? You just testified against him. You're done, and you know 50 Cent ain't finna pay it. Oh yeah, so Madison said she just had a baby. And yet she texting people before they testify. That just show you where her mind at, where her heart is at. She shouldn't even be thinking about this case no more. If Cassie is a victim and this stuff just drove her crazy, why are you still thinking about your trial going on? You did your part. You shouldn't even be caring. You should be somewhere spending your $40 million. She's still calling people to make sure they say the right thing on the stand. What do you call that when you tamper with witnesses? It's a word for that. That's against the law. That's against the law. You cannot be calling people, remember, now you remember, you say this and remember. You can't do that. They were just going to kick Diddy out the courtroom for looking at the jury. He couldn't even look at them and nod his head. They thought he was putting a threat out. And don't forget, Cassie got power now. She got power. She got $40 million. That's power. Money is power. So she too can make some shit happen with her money. People can disappear on her clock too because she got money now. There's a lot of people that have put out CD after CD. They don't have $40 million. All right, y'all. This is your girl Nina from Unbreakable Strong Woman. I have to go. I just wanted to show y'all that little part and get y'all thoughts on it to let y'all see from the Punisher what he thought about her state of mind, which mean a lot. And if the juries don't see that this man saying, I thought I was special, she called me all the time, she won force, she said Diddy was in the corner doing this to himself, and they just was weird. Viola said she going to jail too. Just wait. She knows too much. Yeah, if stuff start coming out about Kim Porter, Tupac, B Small, the J-Lo stuff getting involved, the power bottom, trust me, Cassie getting charged. Cassie was a part of all that mess. That's why she was able to sue and get that much money, because Diddy knows she knows. You don't get that much money if you don't know something. So you hiding the truth and you hiding a crime for personal gain, that's against the law. They should wonder, what do you know? Shouldn't they wonder that? What do you know that they paid you in 24 hours, that much money? You know something. So they're not going to stop watching them. If Diddy walk, he ain't off the hook. They can bring a different charge up with Diddy. He can still be charged with Kim Porter. He can still be charged with Tupac, Big. Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying Diddy go walk and be free forever. They still got charges investigating on Diddy with these murders. He just go get off with racketeering and sex trafficking. They can come up with another indictment and have other people involved. Diddy, he better just go on and do like Denzel, start preaching. Go on in the church high like everybody else. That's what Denzel did. Go on and get up under a rock. Matter of fact, if you was smart, Diddy, if they say not guilty, you better be on the next thing smoking and get over to Bali somewhere. You better leave. But Diddy is arrogant. Diddy's going to have a freak-out party. Diddy's going to promote baby oil. Y'all know how Diddy is. He's going to rub it in people's face. He gonna talk about Daphne Joy to 50 Cent. They gonna be beefing. He gonna do all kind of dumb shit, because that's Diddy. KK says, so that's what it is about. It didn't take all that. Cassie is secretly doing damage control to ensure Diddy goes away. Yeah. Cassie doing a lot of undermined shit. Guess who her teacher was? Diddy. I think her husband's going to divorce her and take half the money. You know he is. You know that white family is sitting there telling that boy, you're not going to stay with her, are you? Oh, they in his ear now. His family already convincing him how to get that money. His cousin and them laughing at his ass. They talking about her. They gonna get that money. But guess who Cassie's teacher was? Diddy. She was taught well by Diddy. I'm gonna read a couple more comments and I gotta go. No, the industry want Diddy out the way, so they won't be indicted. They are on the tapes too. Cheryl, that's the point. They thought this was gonna do it. But now a lot of people that was against Diddy, they with Diddy now. They finna have a march June 19th in New York. Free Diddy march. The whole hip hop industry is on Diddy's side now. The people that woke up, the dead has arisen. They up. So now they looking like, nah, y'all trapping this brother and we finna say something. They would tear New York up probably if they say Diddy is guilty off just the stuff we done seen. They gotta bring it because now they got the whole hip hop industry on Diddy's side because they looking at it like this entrapment. Everybody was hating him exactly how they wanted us, and they was like, nope, y'all ain't doing that. So now they gotta be real careful how they do this trial. They've been watched. I say that because they were text messages where Cassie said she couldn't wait for the freak off. Some things were forced and some was willing. Yeah. I don't think it ever was forced though. For example, if you got a man, you're extremely tired, your back hurt, you don't feel good, and he want to have X. He walking around with an attitude. You like, I don't feel like him. And you do it. Can you call the police and say, my husband made me do it and I didn't feel like it? Especially if he's your husband. Even the word of God said you don't deny your husband. The word of God said don't deny your husband. So, even though that ain't her husband, I'm just saying, come on, man. Y'all, people be using the little bitty things to lock people up. It just don't make sense to me. That's just part of being in a relationship. Maybe it was all drugs. No, did you just hear the Punisher said when he was around Cassie, she didn't appear to be high at all? She wasn't using no crud. Diddy just seemed to be freaky and nasty in the corner. He didn't see nothing out the norm. He was shocked that they went to trial. No force. He didn't see nothing. Love said, if that was the case, my husband would be locked up. You would lock your husband up because he wanted to sleep with you? So what would you do if your husband go off and cheat? Then you'd be saying he a cheater. The Bible say don't deny your husband, love. So you got to take that up with God. You can't have it both ways. I don't want to have sex, but you better not cheat either. Cassie could have left, stopped going. But I think she was addicted to the money and the lifestyle. Absolutely she was, Lucille. Soul sister. Did he put the super freak to shame? Who, you talking about Rick James? Oh, Love was joking. Okay. All right, y'all, let me get going. I was supposed to be going downtown to ride scooters. What happened? What happened, scooters?
Y'all didn't, where everybody at?
You know what? We did a skit today with my son, David. It's so funny. When y'all see this skit. When y'all see this skit with David edited, I'm going to put it on my channel. We gonna be doing skits more, y'all, and put short films together. And my son David cold with it. Him and his boys, they cold with the editing and filming. They cold. So we gonna be doing more of that. And that was my first time really acting. So it felt normal because I had to treat his boy Jerry like he was my lazy nephew. And I was kicking him out my house. I just said that to Gina yesterday, so it felt normal to me. But I had a good time. I can't wait till y'all see it. It is hilarious. I'm not going to tell y'all who in it and what he's doing yet. But when y'all see his part, I seen your part today. But David showed me the whole thing. Man, that shit, you the funniest one in the skit. It's funny as hell, y'all. I mean, I love it. But I talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good night. I'll be back tomorrow. I hope I get a chance to talk about your Uncle Donald and his cousin Eli. Because if they ain't went to blows yet, I think Donald Trump gave him that black eye. Eli still got that damn black eye. Donald Trump hit his ass. He ain't telling nobody. But y'all have a good night. I have to go ahead and put this title on here. Thank y'all for watching. Get the likes up. Watch 2 videos and share. Thank you for your time. Talk to y'all later. Bye.